Not just a blend favorite, but a favorite of many around the world. You may have seen her on Discovery Channel's Auction Kings, or perhaps pricing out some of your favorite antiques. I am so happy to welcome back the appraisal queen herself, Dr. Lori.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So great to see you again.
Nice to see you, Stephanie.
Today's going to be fun because we're talking about your top 5 hot collectibles, which I know people love collectibles.
Yes, people always ask me, Dr. Lori, what's hot? What's hot, Dr. Lori? You know, and so I try to give you 5, you know, because we don't want to get crazy, because we all love to shop for
Gotta keep it
antiques,
limited here.
You know? Yeah, you got to sort of, you know, it's kind of like my diet. You got to go within the
we gotta
parameters.
Stay focused.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so we're going to talk about the top 5 collectibles. So
okay.
I'm going to start here. You ready?
Number 5.
Mid-century modern furniture.
That is cool.
Yeah, ergonomically correct furniture so you feel comfortable in it. From the 1940s, 50s, 60s, the Mad Men stuff.
Yeah, and that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
I was just trying to pin it here.
Molded, typically, ergonomically correct so your body feels good in it, and new age materials. That particular chair is worth about $500.
Oh my goodness.
And we're still collecting mid-century modern furniture.
Now, are these just things, you know, if you're shopping, if you're an antiquer and you're shopping around at antique stores, you're hoping to find something like this?
Oh my gosh, you'd be surprised at where you can find it. You can find it in flea markets, thrift stores, the yard sales, all over the place. And then you can find it at upper end, upper scale kinds of places too, you know.
What a cool find.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 5. What's number 4?
Number 4 is travel posters.
Those are cool.
I know how cool these are. Travel posters like this one from the great Cunard line of course, cruise ships. The ocean liner posters from the early years of the 20th century are very, very pricey. However, you want to look for a couple of things. You want to look for the correct paper for that particular time period. No water damage, you know, no little, you know, stains from water, and you don't want to look for any rips or tears. This particular poster is valued about $3,000.
Wow.
But any travel collectible as well as cruise collectibles are really, really seeing an increase in its hotness right now. It's very popular.
I know a lot of people who are into the travel posters like that, so that'd be a really cool find. And I'm going to need you on standby next time I'm out antiquing, because I'm going to be looking at all these little details. I could have a few $1,000s in my pocket there and not even know it.
That's right. We have a great app through our mobile site where you can actually go and send me a picture when you're out antiquing. Dr. Lori, is this worth it? What should I offer for that?
You just made our day, Dr.
It's a lot
Lori.
of fun. Oh yeah.
That is cool. We'll have to tune into that.
We're trying to help and educate you.
Number 3.
This one is for my 20-year-old niece, Kimberly, who said, Auntie Lori, can I please have your record player? I said, sure. I said, but you need some vinyl. And she looked at me with a blank stare. Yeah, like, what is that?
Oh, no.
So one of the things that's really popular with our millennial friends, like you, of course, are vinyl records and record players.
I love these.
They are really coming back strong. Pieces not only from the 1950s, but pieces of my, of course, high school era, which, of course, is the 1980s and 90s. So you're seeing some great pieces as well. And you can get them anywhere for, you know, like $5 a piece to about $50 a piece.
Oh, okay.
So there's a wide range depending on what vinyl you're trying to purchase.
Okay.
But the old record players are really in. And if you want a new one, you can go and get a new one from like Urban Outfitters.
I was going to mention that, though, but it's never going to be as cool as the vintage.
No, the vintage ones are good, but the new ones are working, work better, I think. You know,
true, that is true. Okay, and number 2.
Number 2 is something you probably are not familiar with, but that's costume jewelry, specifically Bakelite pins.
Ooh,
Bakelite is an early plastic. It's invented by a guy named Bakelond, who named Bakelite for himself, basically, Leo. And he was a Belgian-born American chemist. And he came up with this about 1910. And that's a little squirrel pin, which was appraised at one of my events. And that pin is worth about $250.
Oh, my goodness.
Little tiny pin, you know, very small, but quite cool. And it has a great feel because you're basically wearing a nice piece of molded plastic. Terrific collectibles. Many people collecting Bakelite in bracelets and pins.
And they're just all different designs? And
all different designs. It could be anything.
Okay.
It can be brooches, it can be bracelets, they can be earrings. You'll see Bakelite knobs on old radios.
Right.
Bakelite really is popular in many, many ways. An innovative plastic of its time. And now we're seeing it in jewelry. And dun-da-da, number 1 is World War I memorabilia. This is a pickle haba, and you're going, a pickle haba?
Oh, I know, what is that?
This is a
looks dangerous.
It is. It's a World War I helmet. And World War I memorabilia helmets like these are very desirable. You'll notice the point on the top and the Prussian eagle holding the crown and the scepter. that particular helmet from World War I, because we're reaching the 100th anniversary of World War I. When we hit a 100th anniversary, we see, of course,
more
pieces go up in value pretty quickly. Value on that about $400.
Oh, wow.
But anything World War I is really hot now. And our hot collectibles, you want to think about those particular pieces that are interesting in the market now that will, again, bring you money when you decide to sell. So this is the time to think about, okay, I've got my World War I collectibles. Time to sell now. If I'm going to be buying them, I'm going to be paying too much money for them. So you got to know when to basically buy it. You got to know when to, of course, sell it.
There you have it, Dr. Lori's top 5 collectibles. What do you collect anything?
I collect a lot of different things, but mainly American art.
Okay.
But for the most part, I get my fix out of doing my events all over the country and seeing everybody else's stuff.
I was going to say, I would end up, if I had your job, I would just have garages full of stuff.
It's like French fries, you know? You got to cool it at some point.
Like French fries. I love it. Dr. Lori, great to see you again.
Great to see
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You can check out her website, drloriv.com. Check out that app, too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For more information, go to our website. That's going to be fox4morningblend.com.